Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Drip,
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Then we had the tip that got frozen yesterday, which was $10 from Final Fantasy Tactics fan. It cleared overnight. So I said, I'm just going to count that towards this stream. So thanks for the first tip of the day, Final Fantasy Tactics fan. Unfortunately, I don't get to see the message that they sent with that tip. So if they're here today and they want to, talk in chat and be like, hey, this is what I wanted to say, go for it, and I'll address it. Obviously, I'll answer whatever you had to say or whatever. Sucks that happened yesterday, but it's cleared, so we counted it towards the stream. PFC Deer in Headlights became an Ultra supporter. Now, I think PFC, you had already been a member, correct? You'd already been a standard member. So the Ultra upgrade is $15, out of which I keep around 10. So we could say that that's like a $10 membership upgrade there. So let's do that. Let's count that. And then PFC Deer and Headlights did a $5 super chat. Oh, you weren't a member? Well, then it's 15. Cool. If you weren't a member at all, then it's 15. I keep like about 2/3 or about 3/4 of an Ultra membership. Cool. Okay. So then you get a $5 super chat. Said, never fear, international beers cheers. Yes, that's tonight. So we have a lot to talk about, guys. We do. All right, let's get caught up. First off, last night, we hit all the goals. We hit 30 goals. That's right. I was 5 goals in one stream. Insane. A lot of that was due to PFC Deer in Headlights, who was insanely, forthcoming and supportive. And I really appreciate that, PFC Deer in Headlights. Thank you so much for that. So because of that, we hit the 30 goals. And that means tonight on the late stream, we'll be doing DSP Tries It, a flight of international beers. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring all 4 beers into the room here. And what I'm going to do, let me show you. I'm going to go wide angle like this. But what I'm going to do is, let me adjust my camera here for a sec to show you how I can do it. I am going to do this. All right. And does that look right? No, it looks off. Hold on a second. Because I think the camera angle got screwed up. What about this? That's me again. What about, I think this might be the correct camera angle. That's the correct camera angle. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have each beer, and I'm going to have a glass for each beer, and I'm going to pour the beer into the glass live to show you what it looks like the thickness, the head that will come on the glass as you pour it. I'm going to do that live to show you. This is what the beers are like, actually, when you pour them and drink them. And then we're going to taste test each one against each other and see which ones I like the best. So that's going to be tonight after the late stream. Okay. After the late stream tonight is Capcom versus SNK2 Thursday Night Fights. I'm going to end the gameplay a little early, probably around 9 p.m. So I'm actually going to try to start a little on the earlier side tonight to get extra gameplay in first. And then we're going to do this special, flight of beers DSP Tries It. 2 Asian beers, 2 European beers. All right. So that's tonight's late stream. Thanks to everyone who was here last night and contributed to the late stream. Notably, PFC Deer in Headlights was incredibly supportive, and I really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much. Let's get back to the correct camera angle now. There we go. So that's tonight, okay? Now, we actually have a superb idea for the next DSP Tries It. Are you ready for this? By the way, 1999 has a comma in it for some reason. Fix that. So for the next DSP Tries It, if you're not aware, in Metal Gear Solid 3, this is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. It's the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. There's an actual item that you eat in the game that's called Calorie Mate. It is a supplement that gives you stamina, and you constantly need stamina in Metal Gear Solid 3. I never knew it's real. I thought it was just something they made up for the game. No, it was actually a product tie-in. So it's a real, I think it's Japanese. And someone sent me an email and said, are you aware it's real? This would be like insanely good for DSP Tries It. And I looked it up. You could get it. I got a variety pack off of Amazon. It's coming tomorrow. It's 4 different flavors. I think they have fruit, chocolate, cheese, and maple. So you want to talk about a timely DSP tries it? Hell yeah. So let's go. If we start hitting goals, we could do it next week. You know, the way I see it, between today's streams, tomorrow's marathon, chances are we'll be doing the DSP tries it for Calorie Mate early next week, right? Depending on how things go. So that's absolutely awesome. Thank you guys for your support. And thank you to the person, the fan who emailed me that suggestion. That is absolutely perfect for this week, right? I don't think it could have been any better timing. So that is excellent. Excellent stuff. So at 40 goals, DSP tries it, Calorie Mate 4-flavor taste test on the show. Very exciting. Okay. So don't spoil. Someone's telling me about it in the chat. Don't tell me about it. That's the point of the taste test. Don't spoil. Okay? Cool. Have fun. The devs put a lot of love into this. Really. The devs who didn't make the game, who took Kojima's work, you think they put a lot of love into it, huh? I mean, I don't want to hate on it, but at the same time, like, Kojima's pretty upset about this game. I don't know if you guys have seen. He's not too happy that this game exists. He's basically like, you know, this is my work, and they're basically repackaging it and, you know, selling it again, even though I'm not involved and I get nothing out of it. It's kind of messed up. So they interviewed him. He's like, no, don't want to talk about it. I have no involvement with it. I'm not going to play it. I get it. Like, I understand why he would be upset. That would be like if when I was doing Project 7, which, by the way, it's not good or anything, but let's say back in the day I was making that series Project 7. Let's say I was making it in tandem with Machinima. And then years later, I have a falling out with Machinima. I no longer work with them, but they make Project 7 again, or they take my original Project 7 and they just re-release it now in HD or better quality or added visual effects or something. And they make a bunch of money on it and I get nothing, right? I'd be pretty upset too. But, you know, that's what happened with Kojima. I guess Kojima thought that, like, he'd always be with Konami. So all the rights are theirs. It's kind of a messed up situation, right? Oh, are you guys hyperfixating? Are you hyperfixating on my sleeves? Is that what you're doing? You're hyperfixating on my sleeves that go out of my shirt? Is that what you're doing? Is there some hyperfixation on the stream today? People are mentioning it in the chat that my sleeves are too long. Listen, I like this shirt. I really like it, but there's no undershirt that's ever going to not stick out. It's a really short sleeve shirt. So no matter what, it's always going to look like that. There's nothing I can do about it. Honestly, I think my original Metal Gear playthroughs went as well as they possibly could because it got me ridiculous popularity for no reason, for the wrong reasons, but it still worked. Like, my plan when I first played these games was that I was going to clown on Kojima and clown on the game, even though I didn't really care. Like, it wasn't like I didn't like it. I just wanted to get people kind of riled up, and it worked. I mean, it worked way better than I expected. It's like way more effective than you ever could have planned. People got so upset they made an entire video series called This Is How You Don't Play About It, right? The best part about these little warm-up streams that I do is that people insist that what I do is not a podcast. There's, oh, the level one podcast isn't really a podcast. Just talking to your audience isn't a podcast. So, you know, I don't know why he calls it that. Then I do this, and people are like, oh, so you said there's no podcast today, but there's obviously a podcast because there it is. Well, then guess what? You can't have it both ways. Either I make a podcast and I'm a podcaster, or I'm not. You can't say on one day it's a podcast and the next day it's not. You're incredible hypocrites. Every one of you fucking losers out there who tries to talk shit about me, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. You're all just losers who parrot YouTube haters. Okay? Cool. All right. FYI, we're gonna start gameplay around noonish. That's why I do this little kind of warm-up session to get enough people on the stream before we begin. So anyone have anything they want to talk about, tag me in the chat. Contributions appreciated. I'll shout them out early, get it out of the way. Already amazing support before we've even started, and I appreciate that. Hey, let's hit some goals. Let's hit some multiple goals today to get to DSP Tries It Calorie Mate. I'll just say this. I think Kojima has always been more concerned with giving an absolutely unique experience and a unique story, a memorable story, rather than focusing on the actual entertainment value of the gameplay. And what I mean by that is, particularly me, I don't really find stealth gameplay that much fun. I just don't. I never have. Maybe you do, and if you do, hey, more power to you. But for me, I just don't really care about stealth gameplay that much. I don't find it that engaging or interesting. Just like I don't find the delivery gameplay of Death Stranding that interesting. But the characters, the voice acting, the plot, right? The uniqueness of the world design, that's where his games shine. He definitely has an incredibly creative mind. Well, welcome everyone. More and more people are joining. We're going to start gameplay roughly at noon, so another 10 minutes or so here on the stream to relax and chill. And then we're going to get into a huge amount of Metal Gear Solid Delta gameplay today. Get a great head start on the playthrough today. Very excited for it. I hope that you guys are too. How about this? Why don't we show them who's boss? Get it? See what I did there? By hitting that support goal before we even boot the game. Let's hit $150 of support before we boot the game. We're already at 90. 60 more bucks. Let's hit the first goal towards Calorie Mate DSP Tries It right now before we even boot this game. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, it's hot again today. The temperature has gone back up. It's supposed to be mid to high 80s outside today. Pretty stupid. The temperature is going like this here in Washington. And it's going to be 2 days of heat, 2 days of cool, back to heat. So we can't settle in. It just keeps fluctuating. It's very frustrating. Well, folks, I just received a $60 tip from PFC Deer in Headlights. Now, wait a minute. This doesn't make any sense. I want you to take a look at this. It's saying performance mode, which means best performance, is set to 30 frames per second. Are they fucking stupid? Performance mode is supposed to be higher frame rate. High quality is supposed to be better visual fidelity, but then they're locking it to 60. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? I don't think they have any idea what they're talking about. Let's just go high quality and see what happens. Okay. It's not centered. I'm serious. The game's not centered. When I do it like this, do you see what I mean? Take a look at the bottom left and bottom right. It's not centered at all. What the fuck's going on? You see that, right? It's not centered at all. This is the first game I've ever done this where it's not centered. What is going on? Did they fuck the game up? Why would the HUD not be centered? In fact, it doesn't even all fit to the screen unless I do it like this. The game gave me a weird resolution. The game is stupid. It doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. This is stupid as hell. I'm just going to leave it on default. It's probably going to be messed up. Watch, I'll have to fix it after. Why start game? I wanted to change the settings. Now it's not starting the game, and it's screwed up. Look, it's hanging off the screen. Dude, this is a nightmare already. We already started, and the game is poorly optimized. Konami sucks. Okay, I'm going to start recording so I can document this, okay? Hello, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to something that should truly be interesting, to say the least. It is time for me to start playing Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater here on DSP Gaming. This is the modern remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, a classic tactical espionage action game by Hideo Kojima that no longer has any involvement by Hideo Kojima. As you guys probably know, he no longer works for Konami, but Konami owns the IP of Metal Gear Solid and has decided to start re-releasing his classic games without any involvement. So this is supposed to be a remake, but what's happened is I'm playing it on PC, I booted it up, and it hasn't adjusted properly to my setup. As you can see, take a look at the bottom of your screen. A-OK is hanging off the screen. Basically, the heads-up display is not properly fitting to the screen. I think I have some weird resolution that it defaulted me to. I didn't do that. So I can already tell you, this game on PC is not optimized well. You can already tell that there's issues. So I booted it here. It says pre-order bonus of a white tuxedo. Let's see if we can change the settings here. Now it claims that it's at 4K already. Yeah, take a look. Look, B back is like hanging off the bottom of the screen. See that? It's definitely not correct. It's screwed up. It's not fitting to the screen at all. Okay, now it's good. I said full screen and now it fits. See that? If I have it say borderless windowed, what the? Is it working now? Now I guess did it fit properly? I can't even tell. I literally can't tell if that fixed it or not. But anyway, I think we're gonna try leaving everything on default and see how it looks.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.